Let's cut to the chase. A lot of you sales managers and sales executives, you have tons of experience. You know what you're doing. You know what you're looking for. Well, what I'd like to do is just give you two very out-of-the-box interviewing tactics that will help you and supplement what you're already doing to try to find the right candidates. And let me just tell you a really quick story about a great thing that happened once. I was in Baltimore, Maryland, and I was actually working with the president of a CPA firm there in Baltimore, and we were sitting in his office and we were actually working on sales functions, with his company and working with his people on this specific day. But I'll never forget this. He's looking at his computer and he gets this email from an employee, and he gets mad. He's like really mad. He goes, oh, this person, of course we're in his office and he's telling me this person's doing this and that and all the things that all of you don't want to happen in your companies. And I looked at the president of the company and I said, well, I don't know why you're mad at the person that you hired, because it's really your fault. And he goes, hey, what do you mean it was my fault? I said, you hired that person. It's your fault. You don't have a strong recruiting program into place. You're loose here. Otherwise, you would have hired the right person and you wouldn't be having this situation. It's so preventive. And it was pretty interesting. He actually slams his fist down on his desk and he says, well, give me one recruiting tactic that will help me try to choose the right person. And I said, okay, that's fine. So this person that you just sent that sent you the email is this person's car in the parking lot. And he goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's down there. I said, okay, well, do you know what kind of car it is? And he goes, yeah, I know what car it is. I said, okay, well, let's go down there and find out. So we get on the elevator, go into the parking garage, and as we walk up to this person's car, who he's, again, the president of the company is complaining about, we're about 30 feet away, and what I notice, he points out the car. The first thing that I see is both rear quarter panels have got dents in them and got something going on. In addition to that, I see the car, and it's white. But really it's not white, it's brown because it's dirty. As I walk up on the passenger side, it's a four-door car, I look in the front passenger side of the car and there's McDonald's bags, and I'm sure that have been there for months. In addition to that, the console in the middle was gross. And then I look in the back seat of the car and what do I find? 2 spare tires. And I don't care what challenges some people might have in their lives, but for crying out loud, let's see your level of self-esteem. Let's see what your level of your persona is. Let's see who you are as a result of looking at that person's car. So interview tactic number 1 is always make sure to excuse yourself out of the face-to-face interview, find out what kind of a car they're driving, where it is, and go take a look at that car, exterior and interior. My typical rule of thumb is this: if it's missing one hubcap, they're off. So tactic number 1, go look at their car. The second tactic, and again, we're talking sales here, we're not talking HR, we're not talking customer service. But the second tactic that I would do is I would, during the interview, place a script in front of them, give them a person's name and phone number, and then hand them a phone and say, call that person and run that script. And I don't care if they even make the call. What I'm watching is the body language. If the person calmly looks at the script, says sure, and makes the call, perfect. But if the person looks at the script and they move their body back just 1/8 of an inch, if they move back, what that shows is fear. And fear in sales, at least high-level sales and revenue-producing sales, don't coexist. You know it and I know it, that fearless salespeople do far better than people that have fear. So look at the body language and detect the body movement going forward towards the phone or moving away from the phone. And those 2 tactics right there will save you a lot of heartache in the future. And more importantly, when you get the person with the right car that will go ahead and phone that script without even thinking about it, then you typically have the right person for that job. Now, are these the end-alls? No. We're still going to do a lot of other things in our interview process, but these are 2 key things that will help you determine if you have the right candidate or not. So with that, if you have any other questions, make sure to contact us at chuckbauer.com.